What's up, you guys? Today we have the Duo Totepack from Bellroy. It is a very classy pack in its own way, but it's also playful. It's a playful, classy pack, and I think it is just an exceptional bag for work. For a lot of people out there who are going to and from the office, getting on the subways, maybe you need something just to get from the car to the office, whatever. It's got tons of organization. I also think this is a killer bag for ladies. Like not specifically, because a lot of men are gonna be wearing this bag too. I love using this bag, but my wife uses this bag as well. Of all the bags that we've ever gotten, this is kind of like one of the more feminine-y, sort of like, or at least not out of place on a woman's body. So a lot of you professional women, I hope you're as piqued interested in this thing as I am. Okay, let's get into it. Before I get started, we should just say, and here I'll put my hat backwards just because the light. Before we get started, I should just say it is not a very cheap bag. It's somewhere around like 250 bucks, something like that. So it's not cheap, okay? It's just, some of you are just gonna have to live with that. You know, if you're gonna get this bag, it's gonna cost some money. Why? Because you're paying for pretty damn good materials. You're also paying for a great brand, but really an awesome design, thoughtful. Like as I get into all the design and stuff, as you hear my wife talk about what her experience of using this bag was, there's so much organization. The materials are really great. We're gonna get into that. The leather handles. Anyways, the point is, it's not very cheap. So I know that's a deal breaker for a lot of you, but keep watching if you're still interested and you're okay in paying a little bit of money for a bag that like makes your life so much better on a daily basis. It's totally worth that money for a lot of us. Okay, so the first point I want to make here is it has got a smart, streamlined, and classy sort of aesthetic here. Okay, this bag is equally at home on like a person with a suit or like a power, like ladies fan like power outfits, shoulder pads or Portland plaids. This bag will do you right. I do think it's kind of really playful in its own way. You know those Fjallraven bags, the ones that it's just like a little square with the handles on top. This is like a grown-up version of that bag. Not that that bag's just for kids. It's a really good bag, but this is the amount of organization, the amount of tech pockets and like the things that you need for your business papers, man. This just takes it to a whole other level in terms of functionality and organization. This is like a purse. This is like it's like I don't want to like throw the guys off this bag because it's really useful for us dudes. But it's almost like a purse. It has or like how you wish a purse would be, where it has so much organization. Like there's a place for everything. And once you get used to it, you know where everything is. Okay, my second point is that it is rugged, yet fancy materials. All right, this outer sort of, what do they call this? It's a venture weave polyester. So another polyester bag, which has this killer weave on it, which makes it very durable. It feels nice. It's on the nice side of rigid. You know how rigid can feel too rigid? This does not feel too rigid. It does feel like it's going to survive and last whatever you do to it. The leather handles, very rugged yet fancy. I mean it, like you're gonna use this bag a lot because it's got the tote thing. You're gonna use it like with these handles a lot. Every time you set it down, every time you pick it up, okay? And every time you do, it's gonna be like this. The handles are right there. They're right there for you to get because they're up and over. And part of that is because they've got this nice leather in there, this like nice tanned leather. It feels really good. Okay, I'm gonna do something later on where I take the phone inside the bag, but the mesh here, do you see this mesh? The mesh that they use on some of the segregators in the pockets, some of the organization is so nice. It just feels great. It's gonna feel great for a while is what it feels like. The padding of the laptop sleeves, of which there are like 9, okay? There's a laptop sleeve, there's a big old there's like documents, there's a like a thing with a magnet on it. It's like for your what am I thinking? Tablet. Brain fart. There's a tablet piece right here that has like it has like a magnet that holds it down. Magnets. How do they work? Okay, very rugged yet fancy materials throughout this thing. It's just like that's not all the things that are rugged and fancy on this. It's just a smattering of like Man, and even like this zipper at the top, injection molded, like big, massive YKK zipper. I think it's YKK. Yeah, it's the YKK Visalon thing here. The water seal on the zippers for here and on the quick access pocket right here. Anyways, they kind of go above and beyond, like the G hooks, or no, not G hooks, but the clips that they use to clip in these, because these go away. The little button hooks with the fact that you can fit your finger in here. Let me see, how can I show you this? There's a button that can close that, but you can. They've made on leather a little space in the back so you can quickly snap it. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you just go, thank you, again and again and again when you use. I'm so impressed by Bellroy's designers and the way that they think about their products, the way that they think about how us humans want to use those products. There's so many great little things on this bag. The fact that this expands and contracts, I'm not even there yet in my outline, but these little nipples are like, they work so interesting. It's such an interesting idea, way of streamlining it and collapsing the bag. So anyways, very rugged yet fancy, or classy kinds of materials on this bag. And that's gonna come through in your look and your appeal and how you come off to other people, right? Or it can. I mean, you could also have like a big, gross spaghetti stain on your food in your beard, which happens so much for me right now. And so a classy backpack isn't gonna save you from anything. Okay, point number 3. So much organization. So much. All right, let me just try to break this down for you, okay? We have this front panel where we have a zipper that actually has a weather seal on it. Do you see this? It's got a nice weather seal there, okay? You open that up and inside you have all sorts of organization in here. So you see this side? You've got a place here that I put my glasses, a little shot for energy. You've got another little, see how the, this one has like a padded kind of, I don't know, like a meshy kind of thing here. Let me pull some of my stuff out, okay? I've got beef jerky, because I need it. These are like my snack, this is like my snack pocket. This is what I've been using as my snack pocket, okay? I've got, like I said, that mushroom shot from Four Sigmatic. I'll put that in the description below. I love these things, give me a little boost. I only really use them when I go on stage or have to do a podcast or something. My glasses case is in there. Oh man, like I said, these are all, you're gonna be able to find everything for me on snacks at bagworks.co/snacks. I'm really serious about snacks on the go because you sometimes have to skip lunch. You sometimes go out to lunch with some people who, to some place that just, you don't eat that kind of food typically, and so you have a meat stick later. Choco Love chocolate, my favorite bite per dollar there. Not my favorite chocolate, but my favorite affordable chocolate. All these Four Sigmatic, the mushroom coffee, the golden latte, the hot cocoa mix, and the chaga. These I keep with me all the time for travel. I keep them stocked up because they're just really helpful. Links on those in the description below. Okay, so now as I go inside this bag, I'm wondering if you can get a little sense of, just on this front pocket, 2 internal pouches and like a little pen thing right here in the middle. Okay, so then on the back of the bag up at the top, there's a little quick access pocket. You see that? It's just a little guy. It's got a nice little, it's not fleece inside. It's sort of just a nice mesh. And as you can see, I can get like my whole hand in. Right? So you've got quite a bit of depth right there. For me, with my laptop, I find I don't use that very much. It'd be great for a phone. That's basically where you want to put your phone. And it's got kind of a secret little zipper here with a weather seal. So it's like, and the zipper kind of can be hidden away. So people don't ever need to know about that thing. Kind of nice. So here's the front of the bag where we're just with the snacks and stuff like that. Up here's where the quick access pocket is. On the back of the bag, you've got this button thing. These guys can come off and you can just stow them in there, or you can make this a little place for your papers, man. Your business papers. I love pockets like this where I can just throw stuff into. Even though my straps are right here, it's still pretty easy to just get around it. Or if I absolutely need to, you just do the flip. You know, the roll flip where you get some bags I'm used to where you have to zip off the back. So you get really used to the roll flip of those straps. But I put stuff in there like yoga The Greater Tradition by David Frawley, who apparently has a very deep history with the study of yoga. He's kind of like one of America's like, hey, listen, this is the guy that knows about yoga, not just the bullshit. And this came highly recommended. So, because this guy's apparently such a badass, and it's just like a kind of intro book to yoga. Hey man, it's not just about the asanas. It's not just about the movement in the body. It's also about the, anyways, you get it. Okay, then we have the inside of the bag. Let's go in. Let me put this on the ground and see if I can show it to you this way. I mean, this is what you see when you're using the bag and my foot. Hi. So up at the top, 2 organization panels right here, both of them with that nice mesh that zip up on the top. I always leave them open. My laptop charger goes right in here. Then below the one on the right, you've got this thing here, which is kind of built like it's supposed to be a water bottle holder, maybe. I tend not to use it like that because I end up packing this bag full of stuff. Here is a pouch that I have for my keyboard and my mouse and things like that. This is anyways, bagworks.co/pouches is where you can find all my favorite pouches. But I keep my Mac. I'm going to show you this right now. I keep a Mac keyboard, okay, in here with an external hard drive with my mouse on the front. And the reason why I do that is when I edit my videos, I have to use a stand like this one here, the Roost stand or the neck stand. The neck stand is cheaper by a long shot, and it's cheaper in use. The Roost stand is the way to go. I'll put links in the description below for this, but it helps me get my laptop up so I can actually not get my neck all fucked up. Okay, down at the bottom there, you can see there's my little smoke sack. You can just see like it's not a very deep bag, so when you pull something out of it, when you need to get down to the bottom, it's no problem. This is my little ceremonial smoke sack for when I head outside to connect with nature a little bit, to reset myself, get my intentions figured out, maybe use a little gratitude, appreciation to bring my vibe up a little bit, or to ground myself a little bit, however you think about that. Okay, continuing inside here, right? Now, this is where that magnet pocket is. You see that? How do they work? And right on top of that is this nice little thing from Bellroy that says some shit, okay? Inside there, I've got my Baron Fig notebook, which I just, I take with me everywhere to collect my thoughts. But this is goes all the way down. I can fit my iPad Pro in there easily. And it's got the magnetic clasp, so, it won't fall out maybe. Okay, so then behind that magnetic clapper is the laptop compartment. You can see it's got like a quilted, nice sort of vibe in there. Hey, this phone in here is pretty nice. I should do this more often. But this is for your laptop, goes right in. And then behind there is another open spot here for your it's like right in the back there, so it's like right behind your computer for, you can put, this is where you can put your papers, your business papers, man. Okay, so much organization. There is so much organization in this thing. Listen to what my wife said this was like to use for her.
It has incredible organization.
What do you mean?
There are so many very well designed and intentioned places to put things, and the how you access those things is just so easy. Mm-hmm. I felt like I don't use a bag for super technical stuff, but I felt like this had a place for every single thing, and that nothing just had to float at the bottom of the bag. Yeah, I didn't even really use the main compartment in the sense of just the big open space. Mm-hmm. Because everything had its own little nook. When I want to find my computer charger, mm-hmm. I literally just want to go like this.
Yeah, and in this bag you can?
In this bag you can. I felt like it was a reasonably attractive bag. I have actually never seen a bag that's an upright bag with access on the top that, wasn't like a backpack that fully opened. Mm-hmm. I've never really had a bag like that before that I even thought looked good. This one to me feels like I mean, Bellroy in general, but of the bags that I've seen, the most potentially, feminine or attractive in that sense. It's still not like the bag that I would pick out of a lineup as the bag that I'm like, that's how I want people to see me. This is the bag that like really sends the message I'm trying to send in terms of fashion. But I also don't really care that much about that. So I can kind of slide under the radar with that. I think that I like the fabric enough. It's not shiny or rigid. It's very comfortable to wear. These straps are super comfortable. And I love something that you can just throw over one shoulder in, for all the like quick back and forths where you don't really need to fully put it on your back. Like I want something that will hang on one shoulder and stay on one shoulder, from the car to the coffee shop or from the, house to the car.
Anything you want to say to the subscribers of the YouTube channel?
How do you guys do it? I mean, I know how I do it. I wonder how you guys do it.
Do what?
Put up with all the shenanigans, all the rigmarole.
How do you put up with it?
Well, it's probably a mix of ignorance is bliss and lots of exacting conversations.
Whatever that means. Okay, so that's my wife. She's beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? And she used this bag so much. She uses it nonstop. This is her bag. I stole it from her to use it. And again, I tested it at the beginning. She's used it for like a long time. Now I'm using it again just to get ready for making this. And I've loved being into this. So much organization. Now, here's one of the big deals about this bag. It is a tight capacity. Okay? It's a pretty tight bag. It's designed to keep, like your stuff when you don't need a ton of stuff. It's designed to be your like to the office minimally kind of pack. Now, it does this thing here where it expands and contracts. You have these magnetic nipples that clip together like this, nipple clips, right? And then can you see this? You just slide it out. You can push it in any direction because it's magnetic, and to get it out, you have to pull it a certain direction. Really nice little kind of clasps and a great way to do that there. And as you can see here also, there's a button right here, which you can pull this up. That gets you a little more space as well, or at least makes it easier to get into the bag potentially. When this is curved down, you can see the zipper goes around a curve right there, so everything's a little tighter. You pull this up on both sides, and now you have more space to kind of like get in and out of the bag. I find that I don't use that at all. I just don't. I leave it zipped in, and if I can get to everything I need to. So it can expand. It's like beautiful. I love it. I think it looks nicest when it's just like your laptop and your phone and stuff like that. Like it's just very thin, minimal stuff. This is epic for that. For me, I carry with more. Like I said, I've got those pouches with my keyboard and my stand and stuff like that. I didn't even show you the like water-filled pouch that I typically have. I always have to have with me. It's my Bluetooth headphones. I've got all my dongles and things in here for all my video editing. So I always have this pouch, a laptop stand, my laptop. I normally carry quite a bit of snacks with me, just even though I don't use them every day, I just have them in case I need them. Okay, but I do want you to know that this is a tight bag. This is for minimal daily carry, right? This is for a smaller thing. You can expand it and throw your jacket in there occasionally. I doubt this is the kind of thing you want to be carrying your lunch boxes to work in, you know what I mean? But it's fancy and it's nice. This is like you're going out to lunch to get a salad. Like that's what this bag is. And the final point is just like something you've been looking at this whole time. It's 2 modes, backpack and tote. And I can't say just how much I end up carrying it as a tote bag. It feels nice. The straps don't have too much dangle at the bottom. It doesn't drag on the ground for me. A lot of times I'm just one strapping it because it's such a small bag. I love one strapping it. The shoulder straps are minimal and I like them. I am 5'10", 190 pounds. Can you see what the bag looks like on me? Okay, 5'10", 190 pounds. This is with it streamlined. It's got like nothing in it right now. So the tote mode and the backpack mode, it's nice to go between the two. You might have really specific use cases where you use one instead of the other. I normally leave my backpack straps there even when I'm in tote mode, just because I'm typically at some point going to pick it up and go one shoulder at the very least. So ultimately, this bag is a very techy, organizy, fashionable bag. That's the way I feel about it. It's techie, it's organizy, and it's fashionable. It's classy, it's streamlined, right? It's narrow and thin. It does the expansion, so if you need to bulk it up, you can. I feel like the looks get a little more playful the bulkier it gets. I'm almost overwhelmed with the amount of information in this bag, the amount of opportunity in this bag. I don't know what word I'm looking for there, but there's so much organization inside there. So many ways that you can just segment out all the things that you need to carry in a day and have a little space for everything. And I also think, like, aesthetically, it is an interesting, very human. It's on the human side of fashion. Does that make sense? It feels playful. I keep saying playful and classy, fashionable. So to me, this is one of my favorite ideas for a lot of you career professionals out there, okay? This is one of my favorite business bags. Now, a lot of you are gonna go for like a Swiss Gear or a Targus or even a Tumi bag or something like that. This is a little less, it's just less Museum of Modern Art than that. It's less turtlenecky than that in some ways. It's more playful, right? So what I've done is I'm gonna put together a list of my favorite work bags, my favorite business backpacks, my favorite office things that you can carry things to and from in the office, okay? And I'll put a link to that page in the description below at this time code, because this is one of my favorite on that list because it's so playful and interesting. It doesn't quite have enough space for me, I feel, to really be satisfied on a daily basis. But in those occasional sort of like few weeks of work where I want to, or if I'm going to New York or something like that, this is like a great, you can almost fit this inside of a travel bag. You know, it's bulky. It's definitely bulky. But if you're going for a weekend, you could definitely fit this in. Okay, so check out bagworks.co/work. for my office bags, my work bags, my business backpacks that I think you need to know about, because like this one, there are a lot of others out there. And if you're interested in the Duo Tote, obviously you're in the right place, because I just talked at length about that. Was it helpful? Did you find that it was helpful for you? So to all you hustlers out there, all you weekend warriors, all you road warriors, all you people working and getting it, all you people who work for a living, who need to have a little bit of a pointy shoe and a little bit of a fancy bag, who need to have a spot for your dongles, check out the Bellroy Duo Totepack. I think you might dig it. All right, y'all, I have been Chase Wardman Reeves. As always, I'm not paid to make these reviews. I do them because I'm, first and foremost, I got into this because I just love bags, and I got companies to start sending me bags. And then I started partnering with those bags. If you use my links on some of the links in the description below, they're affiliate links, which means I get a percentage of the commission at no cost to you. It's like a way of buying me a beer, like saying, hey, thanks for the video. So if you're into that, I appreciate every one of you. Also, subscribe, because what we're interested in here is finding products today that are being designed really, really thoughtfully and well. That they have my passion is really around thoughtfulness and design, so I can actually feel it and use it. But my guilty conscience is such that I can't really do that unless the company I'm buying from is thinking really, really, really thoughtfully about the supply chain, about the lives of the workers in the factories who build this stuff. Bellroy is one of those companies that does take that up to a level that I'm at least a little bit satisfied with. Peak Designs is another. Boundary Supply. There's a bunch of them, and I'm finding more and more of these companies, because what I'm hoping is that we can buy products that we need for our life from companies that are just thoughtful, conscientious, that help, rising tide floats all boats kind of thing. Otherwise, it's just gonna be the poor and the rich. And I don't want to be the poor. Do you know what I mean by that? It's like I'm gonna work. I'm gonna try to work and make that money, but I have this level of privilege that allows me to do that in ways that maybe others systematically are not enabled or allowed to do that, or quite as it's not as free for them to do so. And for me, as a modern human buying things and interested in things like this, I'm like, okay, who are the lives that this company touches? Who are the factory workers? Who are the people that are gathering the textiles, the actual materials for this stuff? Long before it even gets to the factory, putting together the textiles themselves. I'm just fascinated with that, because we're a global community now, right? So we got to be paying attention to the consequences of the decisions that we're making. And that's why I'm oftentimes encouraging people to spend a little more with a company that cares a little more, right? Did I just coin that phrase? That literally, like, that's what my mind's like. My mind is like, I'm loving it. My mind is like a slogan factory for some shitty fucking brand. But I do care about, I want to be buying products from companies that care. I do. I want to. I believe that we deserve that. I believe that when we do that, like, you will have this thing in your life sitting in the corner or at your foot when you work or whatever, and you will notice it on a daily basis. All the little things that you touch as you lift it up, as you get into it and put stuff inside, take stuff out of it. It'll affect your life on a daily basis. And when that decision's been made very thoughtfully, that the effect that it has on your life is even deeper, right? So that's what I'm about. If you're into it, subscribe here to the Chase Reeves YouTube channel. We'll see where it goes, because I'm literally figuring myself out as we go, figuring this whole thing out. Like most of us. Proud of you guys. I know you're doing stuff out there that's meaningful. You're in relationships that matter. You are. You matter to people out there. If you would go away, people would fucking notice it, man. Remember that. Big love. Find care, take care, serve hard, and dig in. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bagworks.co. ChaseReeves.net. Those are the websites.
I guess those are the websites. Yeah, he's wanting us to, I guess, go check out what he's up to or something like that. Yeah, looks nice.